So where have I been? You might be asking yourself. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm trying to do epic shit. So it's gonna be some changes to my channel. It's not mostly about the philosophies, and as I go on, I could explain why. But I feel like I won't need to, and you guys will get the gist of where my channel's going. Probably a whole rebrand, a whole refresh. And I'm happy I took the time out to recalibrate everything within my life and how I deliver my message to you guys. So I'm going in the direction of more leverage than anything. Meaning using what you already have to buy your freedom back. So, for example, you don't need to quit your 9 to 5 to get rich. Leverage your 9 to 5 to get rich. And I'm going to be documenting the whole journey. Mostly learn, apply, and if you want to document your own journey, you could document your own journey. Build, acquire, and be sovereign ultimately. So there's certain things where I took a break from and I reinvested my whole time into that. Things that I have learned. So philosophy, people mostly consider it pseudoscience. So you could call it pseudo, whatever. You're going to see when we get in depth, when we communicate with each other in depth, that it always leads to mindset. So when you do acquire these things, they don't slip through your fingers. There's certain things, and why I call myself a doctor. I come around people's lives and I just enhance others. I do that innately. I'm not boasting. I don't think I'm all that in a bag of chips. I know I am, but it's just that's what I do unconsciously. And over the years I became conscious of it. So why don't we take that and really do this in that direction and open up horizons for myself and for others as well. So there's certain things that I do. I am a supervisor for a certain industry, which I'll disclose later on. And I learned about leadership, communication, mistakes, and learning from my mistakes. And then rearranging a certain team to follow these certain objectives and hit KPIs that I do have within my team. So my channel is going to strictly be for people who are supervisors or are managers and are getting a $75,000 salary to $150,000. And eventually, knowing how to do that, to then merging that into being a cash flow millionaire, which if you are making at least that 75 to 150, you're already a millionaire, just not a cash flow millionaire. But this is how you get to that point. And I reached certain levels in my life where I got to this point, and I want to get to that point, and we're going to do this together. So I'm going to fully document my journey where we both learn. If I don't already know, we both apply, all of us apply, and then we get to that certain level. So it's from being a supervisor, from overseeing a whole team, I am into real estate development. So I'll fully document that journey and what it takes. So it's not just real estate development now. It's the internal things that govern how you even get the energy to be a real estate developer. But I'll document the more practical journey of it where you can do it too. So it's real estate development. So it's not about real estate development. It's learning how to acquire assets and exit properly before you thinking about doing a multi or a billion-dollar brand and then exiting. Learn how to do it first, and it's all right. You can start now, you can start later. It doesn't matter. But learn how to get these first steps in first. So when you do acquire these, they don't slip through your fingers and then you got to start all over again. So it's not just about real estate development. It's about knowing exactly what you want from start to finish. How to manage teams. And when y'all are all on the same page, things get done properly. How to fix mistakes and not go back to zero or feel like you back to zero because you made a certain mistake. You can adjust properly. So it's not just real estate development. Like me, for a certain type of industry, I am a supervisor. So I'll give you a little hint. It's more like logistics. So it's not just about logistics. It's about moving product and hitting deadlines. Another thing is that we're going to document together is not, I started doing trading like 2 years ago, practicing, even with a demo account. And what it has taught me is about my emotional intelligence, my patience, delayed gratification, discipline, and decision making. So I didn't do it for the money. I did it for those reasons. So in this channel, we're going to break those things down. It is not necessarily now when you're going to get more practical. It's not just trading. I also want to document that journey because it has to do with allocating capital. I was about to say capital. Allocating capital and using that capital to create. So we have real estate development. If you are a supervisor for a certain company or you're a manager, I'm talking to you. It's not, you don't have to get, like I'm gonna say it again, it's not about quitting your job, your 9 to 5 to get rich. It's about leveraging your 9 to 5 to get rich. So you don't have to, sacrifice everything. And it also, just that frame or philosophy gives you an understanding about, I am abundant. I do have everything I need. So utilize what you already have. And it's all about the abundance that you see. You don't need to go outside of you to get something. Use what you already have. So it's about allocating capital. So we got real estate development, trading. I explain why those two. I'm not in depth, but we'll get there. Then we have a certain type of style. I was always into fashion, but I was always more interested and I was always supporting those who created their own fashion. It's very important to me to have to dress in what I want. So this eventually goes into creating your own style and not being afraid to have your own style. not being afraid to start that, or e-commerce, but see how it ties into logistics, into moving product. And I'm gonna keep it real. What else I got? I got that. Yeah, so it's all about getting assets, acquiring them, and building capital. If credit gets into the play, that's not really my thing, but I'll show you how to build trust. It's about building trust and moving money, knowing how to do these things. So, this is just a reminder, or me coming back and telling y'all that where I'm at in my life and what I've been doing behind the scenes. So this channel's gonna take a little rebrand, little refresh. I do miss y'all. I do miss coming up here and, you know, delivering my messages. So it's gonna be a little rebrand and refresh across all social media platforms that I do be on. So it was just a heads up. I'm happy to be back, but I had to take care of those things so I can come show y'all. So it's not really about teaching. It's about teaching and teaching myself at the same time. We learning all together. And the things that I strongly know about, I'm gonna make sure I'll put it in a certain package where y'all can follow and apply. So if you are making 75 to 150,000 a year, and you are planning to, you know, acquire assets, learn how to move capital, and if it's your plan to exit and then start something else, then we could get there too, but that's not the level yet. So, message again, you don't have to quit your 9 to 5 to get rich. Leverage your 9 to 5 to get rich. Start with what you already have. I'm going to see y'all in a little bit. Y'all already know the slogan. Let's keep it infinite.